fast and you doing what you want. At this time, doing what I want.
We doing a video. So you see the title, right? I seen this come up on my page and I was like, I gotta react to this. How are we all for it in life right now? If y'all know, it's some of the craziest times right now in America, the world, with like average people living right now. Everything is expensive as fuck if you like to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything like rent, like cars, like bills, like for the average person, this shit is mad crazy right now. This shit is just it's just crazy right now. I'm not gonna get into politics or nothing, but it's getting crazy. Let me hear Shorty talk.
We are affording life right now. Like,
Hold up, gang. Hold up, gang. I gotta fix this, gang. I gotta fix this, gang. Put this to the side a little bit, gang. My bad.
gas, groceries, rent, childcare, interest rates are going up.
Gang, she said childcare, rent. You know how much it is for one child to go to freaking like daycare a week? Imagine you got 3 kids. Rent be like 2 bands, bro, for 1 2 bedroom. It's getting crazy out there.
Inflation. Literally, it feels like everything is going up besides our pay. And I don't even think that you have to be a single parent to be feeling the squeeze.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. A single parent that makes an average of like, you know, I'm from the East Coast, so most people make anywhere between like, um, $15 to $35 an hour. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most people ain't making more than $20 an hour, bro. And like other parts of the country, that's like where there ain't shit around. Most people probably making the most like $15 an hour, and most people work 8 hour days, 5 days a week, 40 hours. You know what I'm saying? Do the math. You ain't making no money for real.
Snooping around online and see that single people are feeling the squeeze. They don't even have kids. Two income households are feeling the squeeze, and it's like the world is changing, but when it comes to finances, I'm not quite sure if it's changing for the better.
It's definitely not. Right now, we're in a situation where the rich are getting richer and the poor are definitely getting poorer. It's like survival of the fittest for real right now. Like, if you're not working at least 60 hours a week, you're not gonna get by.
Adult kids are having.
You're literally gonna be like working on crumbs, bro, and just like doing shit, just working, being with your family, and like, what I mean, just not enjoying what you should be enjoying like you used to.
Stay home a lot
Used to, as in like before the pandemic.
longer, and it's not because of a personal choice. Like, they literally cannot afford to get their own place right now. People are holding off on having children, or just flat out making the decision to not have kids at all because it's so expensive right now.
I'm not gonna lie, if you do not make at least $30 an hour, I forgot what was the number in most states. It was like something like 25 or $30 an hour, then you're pretty much fucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need a livable wage right now. I forgot. It was like 60 or 70,000. Like, because everything is so high. I'm talking about what kids. Maybe if you were single, it's a lot different because you could live in like a studio. But right now, you're fucked.
And it's kind of discouraging. So what can we do? What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I don't think that it is any surprise that life is really, really expensive right now. Like, it's getting really difficult to save and invest for our future, which is, the number one advice that everyone gives: save and invest for your future. And it's really, really hard if you're a parent to do that for your kids right now. And while I would love to give you some life-changing tips that could just help you soar throughout these times, we're all just trying to survive. And I feel like
I feel like you can't really give life-saving tips. You just gotta figure it out some way. Like, you're gonna really have to plan it out and execute. There's like no specific way right now, or unless like if you're a single parent, this is what I'm talking about. Because you always gotta watch your kid, and you have limited time. especially when they're like between the ages of 1 to like, 8, 10. Those ages is really hard.
Everyone has such a unique situation, and maybe not unique, but just their own personal situation, that it would be really hard to give like these tips and think that it would apply to everyone. So I'm just going to be kind of talking through what has helped me stay afloat right now, and just some really realistic tips that will just help you during these times maintain what you have accomplished this far. First and foremost, you are not a failure. You are not a failure. I think it's really important to say that.
I think it is real important that she says that, because a lot of people get discouraged and shit because of what's going on right now. They're probably like, damn, I'm this age and I'm not getting nowhere because of this and that. And you gotta remember, certain parts of where you're living, they're not paying as well as certain parts in the country. It's about location and the job type you have. Which place makes good money? Which place, pretty much like where are you gonna make the money at? If you're living in a place where there's nothing, you're probably not gonna have a good job. But if you're living in a place with like more city, North Carolina, Florida, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, stuff like that, where there's like a lot of city and there's a lot of people and there's like a lot of stuff going on, you have more odds of finding a better job. But like, unless you do like online work and stuff like that, but right now, it's like it is survival of the fittest, for real.
Off with that, because I see just a lot of comments from people who are feeling so down about their situation. But if everything is going up except for your pay, then obviously that's going to make it very difficult for you to progress financially. So it's really important to talk about this. And
everything is going up except for your pay. She hit it right on the nail. Everything is going up except for your pay, literally.
Generic stop buying $5 coffees is just not going to work right now. And that is coming from, I don't even know what to call myself, an ex-personal finance creator, concerning the Instagram world. It's going to help in some way. It's going to help you establish that discipline that you need to stay within whatever amounts that you budgeted. But when it comes to actually like being the deal breaker, a $5 coffee.
So pretty much she's saying like little stuff like a coffee, like, because people are so like anal. They're like, oh, you shouldn't get coffee. You shouldn't get something to eat. You shouldn't. She's saying like $5 doesn't really mean shit because everything is so expensive. It's like, bro, what is $5 every day gonna do, bro? For real, everything's already through the fucking roof.
It's just not going to help you progress right now. It's not going to make that much of a difference. And focusing on the big fish, not the small fish, is what I would always number one recommend. And when I say small fish, I'm talking about, hell, a $10 subscription, your $5 coffee.
See, she's saying little shit like a subscription, your coffee. You go and you get chips at the store. Like, yeah, things add up, but shit is expensive now. It's not like before. Like, I remember growing up, I go to the store and chips were 25 cents. You could get, right now, I think a bag of chips, bro, is like, it gotta be at least something like $2.50. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, it's different. It's like, it really doesn't matter. It's like, no matter what, you don't got enough bread unless you really get into a bag.
Here and there. Now, if you're spending $5, maybe $10 on coffee every single day, yeah, that can turn into big fish. But if it's every so often,
yeah, not every day. I said that a little bit off. Not every day. Like, if you go get a coffee like Monday, you're like, damn, I need another coffee. It's like Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, but you can still get coffee like every day. It's not gonna make that much. If you're spending like $3 to $5, like, what the fuck is that really gonna matter at the end of the week when you only got $100 in your bank account, for real? Like, what is it gonna matter? Like, 0 to 100 is not much right now. $100 is literally like having a $20 bill like 3 years ago.
It's probably not gonna make that big of a deal. And we'll circle back to coffee in just a minute. And big fish, I'm talking about the expenses in your budget that are taking up the most room. I'm talking about rent, maybe your large debt payments, your car, and things like that. Those
you know how much rent is, right? So if you're paying anywhere between like 12 to 2 grand a month in rent, plus you got to pay a $500 car note, and most people from the age of 18 to like 30 are paying a lot of money in car insurance. It could be anywhere from like 250 to 450. It depends on like your driving history.
Things are really going to move the needle, and that was something that really helped me during my first debt-free journey, was stop spending all of this time nitpicking over the small fish and really focus and hone in on the big fish, because that's going to free up the most money in my budget, so I can apply those funds to things that are going to help me progress faster. And then that way I could actually keep my small fish, like my coffee here and there. I didn't have to give that up, and I just feel like right now it's just.
I felt that. I ain't gonna lie. I felt that. She's stressing right now.
So easy to get caught up in like mass hysteria. There are so many stories about, job loss and groceries and tipflation and things like that, and it can be really easy to lose your grip when it comes to social media, because we are exposed to so many different fear-provoking stories, and it can be easy to feel like there's no hope. But here, I just hope that I offer a safe space for you to have a little glimpse of hope and light in your life. And I hope that me sharing my story, whether it's the ups or the downs, can help inspire and motivate you, and give you a different perspective than maybe some news article. But anyway.
Definitely way better because she's given a real life scenario. A lot of stuff on the news is false. Sorry to say, but a lot of that should be fake news.
Yes, I recommend focusing on the big fish. Like, take a look at your budget, list out all of your monthly expenses, even if it doesn't even have to be monthly at this point. It could be every 3 months.
I don't think 3 months is like a thing you should do. I think you should do monthly because it's easier to pinpoint things directly. If you do 3 months, you're gonna get a little lazier, and yeah, I don't know about 3 months. I feel like a month you'll be more on track. Weekly you'll be a little bit better, but you should definitely have a schedule for the next at least 6 months.
All of your expenses that you're paying for regularly, and separate your big fish from your small fish.
So you think you know
That's
Wix?
true.
Do you really?
My bad, guys.
First up, we've got Shake.
What are the small fish expenses and what are the big fish expenses? And then take a look at your big fish expenses and try to see if there is a way to reduce those expenses. I also want to go back.
Yeah, like what she's saying is like the coffee, the little shit, like the coffee. I might get a bagel. I might like little shit. Like, but if you're going out and eating, like reduce your expenses. Like, don't go to Chipotle every fucking day. Don't go to Chipotle and then go to freaking, like, I don't know, Panda Express like every day and think, oh, I got enough money. I got this little whatever 100, 2, 3, whatever at the end of the, to spend. No, that shit adds up. That's 20, 40. Like, she's trying to tell you like certain shit does matter that's little, and the big shit is obviously what's the most important.
To the coffee example, and it doesn't even have to be coffee, it's just something that brings you joy. I am someone that eventually, as I progressed throughout my journey, I had to stop using that stop buying $5 coffee example, because I realized what it was doing, and what actually doing, and the message that it was.
It also is gonna leave a negative effect because you're gonna get like kind of annoyed. You're gonna get like more weary. You're gonna get like more like, damn, I can't afford a $5 coffee. Now your like energy is gonna get a lot lower. She's definitely right. It's definitely gonna give you a little ripple effect over something so small, simple.
Giving off to people. If you're living in a world, let's just take single parents for an example, because I'm a single mom, and I know a lot of you watch me. If you're a single mom, you're busting your sugar day in and day out, right? Things are going up. Your income is not really going up much, I'm assuming. And so it's getting harder, to pay your bills, and everything is on you, and that's a heavy load to carry.
If you're a single mother and you're not getting like child support and you're not getting anything, like that shit is a lot. Like a simple $60 a week could help her and make it go so far. Like a lot of fathers might not be there, but at least give the mother something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not a perfect dad. Everybody doesn't make a lot of money, but you should definitely help towards your child because that shit is not cheap, bro.
And it can be scary. Like, you can lay down at night and be just completely paralyzed by anxiety, because if you fall off, literally the whole house crumbles because everything is riding on your back. Right?
If you have a woman that's like holding it down, shout out to my baby mother, she be holding it down. You feel me? So it's a lot of pressure. You feel me? Like that shit ain't no joke.
Everything is taking away. And me saying stop buying $5 coffees to save hell $50 a month, that's saying that I know you're miserable, I know you're busting your ass, I know you're working hard, and it feels like you're not making progress, but I need you to take away this little piece of joy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's gonna take down her energy, her focus, and her like something so small could affect her greatly because it's like, damn. So you hear, you can
Right?
feel it.
To save $50 a month. Let's just say it's $50 a month. May not even be that much. I realized what that message was saying was take away your little piece of joy. Your trip to the coffee shop or whatever it is that you're doing that brings you joy in your present, that may be the only time where you're feeling any type of joy, any type of fulfillment, where you're feeling like, you can actually.
Guys, you gotta remember this are small things. A lot of the time for some people, it's really the small things. Not everybody. Like me, and I can tell her something so small means a lot. You know?
Enjoy the fruits of your labor. And my little trips to the coffee shop, those were my little zen moments. Like, it was the experience. It wasn't even necessarily the coffee. If you're a Starbucks girl, sometimes the coffee is just not what you expected it to be. But it was the experience of going to the coffee shop and going in and hearing the music and smelling the coffee. Like, that was my thing. And that really kept me sane during the times where I felt like I was losing my grip. So I do want to mention, like, you have to do something in your day to day to motivate you to keep going. Because if you're just taking away, what is the point of continuing?
Yeah, it's pretty much like she feels like she's just like not getting anything. Like everybody wants to have some reward at the end of the day, even if it's the little rewards. You know, something so simple could go a long way.
On, if you just feel like you're the harder you work, the more you're going to have to give away. Like, you have to take yourself out of the future and place yourself in the present. And I know when it concerns finances, a lot of times we're living in the future.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to plan like they get their money and they know how much they're gonna make, their average and this and that, and they're like, damn, I'm planning my life for the next couple years. People with like no kids, no responsibilities, and make good money, or even people that got kids and make great money, they have the luxury of that. Some people that are working a regular job and doing a regular type of, like work, they're focused on the now. They're focused on just survival, pretty much, like in a simple way to say it. They're focused on today. So pretty much, like she's saying, like I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about feeding my kids and just getting to the next day because this shit is crazy right now. And I'm just trying to enjoy some part of my life, bro.
We are trying to save for the future, our future selves, our children, things like that. So it's very hard to be present in the present, but you have to find a way to give yourself a little spark of joy here and there, in the now. Just take care of who you are in the now. Another thing I want to talk about is, like, please, 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 do not quit your job. This is not.
That's a big thing right now, guys. I'm sorry, but you definitely should not quit your job right now. I don't think we're in a time where, you know what I mean? Like maybe if you have some money, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're like financially stable, you quit your job and wait a month, 2 months, it's fine. But like if you're going through what the type of lifestyle that she's explaining, I definitely would not quit your job. unless you're ready to take the risk, especially if you have children. Right now, it is not a time to do that unless you have some type of backbone. It is not financially smart.
The time to be quitting your job without something lined up.
Yep.
And I've been seeing a lot of talk recently online, like through Reddit and everything, about how everyone is hiring but no one is really hiring. There are people.
She's saying that there's like a lot of job listings, but nobody's really getting hired, pretty much. Like a lot of people are fucking, you know what I'm saying, oh, we're hiring, but they probably want the most qualified people. They're probably not really hiring. It's probably some old shit. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere's different though.
Who have master's degrees and years of experience who have been trying to find a job for months and they're feeling discouraged. This was
Okay, I have one disagreement. All right, I'm gonna let her keep going though.
I read some comments under a reel not too long ago when someone said she had a master's and she has been trying to find a job for 6 months and she's been rejected every single time. And I remember.
Okay, so if you have a master's degree with no experience, you're gonna get rejected. Obviously, that's like a lot of places want you to have this degree, right? And then they don't want to hire you unless you have a year experience, 2 years experience, whatever. But this job that you're applying for probably pays top dollar of what your expectations are. So a lot of people need to start from the bottom and work their way up. Even though they have this degree, they have to understand that you might not get paid as much as you want, but it's part of the journey. Like, that's the only thing I don't agree. Like, everybody says, oh, I can't find a job, I can't do this, but your expectations are way too high sometimes. Like, you can't just, even though you got a master's degree or whatever, you can't just jump in and think you're gonna get the top pay that someone that been probably working in this field 10 years getting paid 100 some thousand when, most people that are starting out only making 70. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of the game with most jobs in general.
When tech was hot.
You have to like put your time into a lot of things and be patient. Everything just doesn't jump at once.
I don't know if the get into tech era is still hot right now. I'm kind of out the loop when it comes to that.
When it comes to citing sources, details matter. Introducing Grammarly citations fee.
But I remember like brushing off my resume. Girl, I was getting on LinkedIn. And this was also in the era where the pandemic was starting and everyone was getting, starting their businesses, saying, F these jobs, we can work for ourselves and live our own lives and have our own schedules. And they don't deserve us. They should be paying us way more for our skills. And some of that is true. A lot of that is true, actually. And so it was like the massive quit. Everyone was quitting, right? And I was like, yeah, I should be getting paid more. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, everybody should be getting paid more. But the way life is set up, it's not always as easy as it sounds.
I feel like if this was you and you were indecisive about your job, like you liked parts of it, but you dislike parts of it, which is normal, being in the thick of this era, it's going to have you lean more towards the F this job side, right? And so I'm on LinkedIn, I'm applying for jobs in tech because I'm going to keep it honest, just because of the salary. I just wanted a 6-figure salary. I'm like, I could be getting paid 6 figures for what I do.
You see what she said? I feel like, let me just watch the video. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun.
But there was also this part of me that's like, where is the stability in this? And being a single parent, like I am fully responsible for 2 human beings. I literally cannot F up.
See, she says she has 2 kids. 2 kids, that's a lot.
I don't
by herself
have any wiggle room.
And she says she doesn't get help. That shit ain't cheap, bro.
No plan B. If I fall, my whole household fall because I'm the head of my household, right? And so I'm like really thinking about it. Dinah, where is the stability in this? You have good benefits with your job. You like your job for the most part. You can't just up and quit. That's not even an option. You're doing this solely for the income, and it's during like this.
Yeah, that's what we're just talking about. Everyone's doing it for the money. It's like you have no choice. It's like you gotta figure something out.
This massive.
It's either you work and you do another thing to get to the next level, or you stay there and you just deal with the shit.
Where everyone's going after these certain type of positions, it just kind of felt very unstable. And long story short, God slapped the back of my neck with a sandal fist, like pow, and told me to sit down somewhere. And not long after that, people were announcing their layoffs, like making big money.
Yeah, pretty much. If she's talking about the tech field, which I think she been talking about, AI, like it's getting to a point where a lot of people aren't gonna have jobs in a couple of years.
They were announcing their layoffs, which makes sense because if you're making a lot of money and a company needs to scale back, like you costing them a lot of money, you're gonna have to go. And I remember
Scale back, AI, don't need as much people.
thinking, thank God I did not up and quit because I may have very well been laid off as well. And then now it's hard to get a job and I would be looking for a position for a while. So if you can tolerate your job and you make enough to cover your expenses, please consider staying. I'm not saying stay long term.
If you have a decent job right now, like I said before, stay. Unless you have another opportunity and whatever, but right now at this moment in this country, you might have to take the shitty route and just stay, even though you don't want to. But
stay until you have something lined up, which is, the advice that a lot of people give. Do not make the jump until you have something lined up. But now, on the other hand, I know what it's like to be in a position.
Then you'll be mad as fuck getting evicted, making an eviction video on this motherfucker.
Where you just feel absolutely miserable. You don't want to get out the bed. You're in a depressive state. Like, it pains you to walk through the doors or just to log on to your computer. Your mental health comes first. So I recommend, taking that up with God, the divine, the creator, whoever it is that you pray to. If you don't pray, take
big facts. God did.
With your mom or your uncle, whoever, and really think through the pros and cons. And if that leads you to quitting before you have something lined up, okay, life.
Okay, so sometimes jobs suck so bad you have no choice but to quit, bro. I'm sorry. I've been there. I've done that. I understand. I have no shame in my game. Listen, sometimes jobs are just so horrible you just gotta leave, bro, for your mental health. Your mental health is what makes you go through everything. If your mental ain't right, get out of there. Fuck that. You can get another job, dude. Even if you gotta work at like McDonald's and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? But your mental comes first, bro.
Life goes on, and just remember to try to prepare as best as you can before you make that jump. And if you do consider staying, like really take advantage of the resources and programs that your company offers. When I was trying to get out of my position and promote, I took mentorship programs. I got a mentor, and I took some classes to get certified so that I could.
So her job actually offered her. Sorry, damn, I'm trying to make it look decent because your eyes closed. It kind of look fucked up. But a lot of jobs don't offer stuff like that. Like she's saying, like her job offered her a mentorship, like probably to do something where she could start her own shit. You know what I'm saying? So she had a little opportunity there to do something in her life, other than just the job, probably to level up.
Other applicants. And so if you have that available to you, be sure to enroll and take advantage of those because those are often free. And this way you are, learning new skills, you are sharpening skills, you are getting certified while you are trying to plan your escape. All right. Okay, let's talk about expectations for a bit. This has been the hardest.
Nah, facts. I feel like she's about to hit a lot of people on the head right now because expectations is a big thing in life in general. I'm gonna let her talk.
Adjustment for me is lowering my expectations. Right now, if you are a single parent, I don't feel like this is the time to be super ambitious. And I'm a woman of faith, okay?
I don't know what she means by that. I don't know if she means like don't be ambitious towards your dreams and goals because you have to take care of your children. I get you got to take care of your children, but if you're in a situation, right, where you're not doing good, you have to go hard for your kids, bro. Even if you're by yourself, there's a lot of pressure on you. Some people have it really bad where they probably literally don't have a car, don't have no type of income, barely eating, like in the hood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit be going on that people don't know about. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You get side hustle, like women be braiding, they do nails, they do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think, I don't know, I'm gonna let her talk, but I think you kind of gotta turn up a little.
I have full faith. I'm 10 toes behind my decision. But I also know that I can't be no fool, right? And so maybe there is no specific goal for you right now. And that is okay. Whatever direction that I switch up and take my finances in right now, honestly, is just the main thing right now is stability. That is the common denominator in anything that I'm doing. I'm just trying.
So she's saying the main goal right now is just trying to be stable in life. No matter what happens, she has to be stable. If shit hit the table tomorrow, she's gonna make sure she's gonna be stable if something happens.
To be stable and maintain what I have accomplished. I am no longer living 5 to 10 years out. I am trying to.
And there's nothing wrong with that because you never know. Tomorrow could change. Tomorrow's a new day. Something could happen tomorrow, which you never know. You could get blessed. You know, God's always there to help you, but you can't worry about what's gonna happen. You just have to have faith that something will happen.
Stay right here, right now, because as an adult, I've never been in like a recession. I don't even know if they are calling this a recession just yet.
I wouldn't call it a recession yet, but I would definitely say some shit's about to go down.
If they're saying that it is, but I feel it. Like I've never been in a.
I would say right now it's a causing crisis on the rise.
When the economy has kind of like gone downhill. And I am just right now, I have to focus on maintaining. I would love to save and invest and prepare to give my children a solid foundation when they become adults and leave the home. But I have to focus on the right now because I don't know and we don't know what.
I feel like a lot of people are going through this right now. Everyone has to just focus on right now because on the outside, on the inside looking out, like it just looks crazy right now for everybody. You're not the only one. I have conversations all the time like where's America headed? We just don't know right now. It is like not something we ever seen before. It is definitely different. So don't be discouraged. A lot of people are feeling like that.
Facing here soon. Like we don't know month to month what's going to happen, and that is the scariest thing for me because it seems like everything is just steadily increasing. And I know that they say, from what I read, inflation is kind of leveling out, but
I don't know what article she read, but leveling out sounds crazy. I feel like inflation is still inflated. I feel like it's at the peak of the stock chart right now.
It seems like I'm still having to adjust my budget and increase the amount that I'm applying to gas and groceries and things. And I'm going to be honest, like I've had to lower our contributions. I said it. I say when my chest poked out, I have had to lower our contributions. So the amount that's going in my Roth IRA, my kids' money.
Listen, nothing's wrong with that. If you can't afford it right now, put it on pause. You know what I'm saying? First off, life isn't promised anyways. Tomorrow is never promised. The hour's never promised. Nothing is ever promised. So do not stress the little things in life, yo. Like stuff like that we feel like it's so important, but at the end of the day, some things like staying with your family and being around your family and like the little things really make a big difference in life. Like you can't just put that away for now. There's just a lot of shit going on.
Pounds, they're 529. My kids' custodial Roth IRAs, like the amount has had to be lowered so that I can apply those funds to what we need right now. Like you need you right now. Your kids need you right now to stay right here. And sometimes that may require you to like just completely press pause on things.
Damn, what the
Oh,
hell?
the first day that we signed up for Monday.com,
I totally agree with her. You gotta definitely press pause right now. A lot of shit is going on.
Which is not very personal finance creator of me, but you have to do what you have to do to survive. And I'm the queen of
Right now, it's survival of the fittest, man.
make it do what it do.
And she making it
And
do.
I have to make sure that I can take care of my kids no matter how bad the economy gets. Honestly, I have not been doing anything special, anything super ambitious, anything life-changing. I have just been sticking to a budget. I have my budget. I've been having to adjust my budget, you know, it seems like every other month, but I'm trying my best to stick.
Listen, I didn't read the comments, but I feel like some people are probably gonna comment and say, you know, she could be doing more stuff. She has a YouTube page, first off, right? So her YouTube right here, it says 36.2K followers or subs, whatever. She's doing something. This YouTube thing is a job. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely doing something, and she's really trying. You could tell. So a lot of people that are in her situation that might not do YouTube in general specifically, I would say try to find another like side hustle. This is kind of like a side hustle for her. If she's not making good money, because she's definitely getting good views, and you know what I'm saying. So I hope God blesses her for real.
My budget to cut back on eating out and everything just to save money, but I'm also realizing that I have to live life. I have to be.
One thing you gotta do is live, because like I said, I stick by tomorrow is not promised. You have to live. If you feel like you want to do something, do it, because tomorrow's not promised.
Steward of my finances, but once again, being in the present, I have to realize like I'm never going to get this version of myself back. You're never going to get this version of yourself back. So what can you do to bring?
Also, you can't. Sometimes people get caught in their thoughts a lot too. They get caught like, oh, I might not ever get to. But sometimes you get so caught up in your thoughts, it's not good for you either.
Joy to your life right now, today, but still be financially responsible. And the two are not mutually exclusive. Once again, you can be a good steward of your finances and still find a way to enjoy your life experience.
You can. You don't need. I mean, you need money to have fun. People aren't going to agree with me, but you could also find things to do, like going on hikes, walks, you know, with your family, go camping, things that are low cost, low maintenance. Like, you just got to kind of be creative. You can't be more like, oh, I can't find nothing because I don't got money. Like, there are fun things you could do without having like a lot of money.
Like, how are you experiencing life, you know? All right, so my camera got a little hot, but besides having a budget and sticking to it, lowering my contributions, lowering my expectations, I also have other sources of income. Like, I cannot just depend on my 9 to 5.
And your eyes, my bad. Yeah, you can't depend on that. And honestly, like, I fuck with the YouTube shit, because that's a good side hustle, and you're doing great. So keep it up.
Would not be able to afford all of my expenses if I did. So I have to make sure to keep the train rolling on those things as well.
Yeah.
But that I do not like hustle culture. I like rest, but I also realize that you can be resting a little too much. Like, you have.
Yeah, like you could be on Instagram. Like, look at your screen time. Like, how long have you been on Instagram today, and how long did you work? If you worked 8 hours, you know, you worked 8 hours today, and your screen time says 4 hours, bro. You have 4 hours that you didn't do nothing. You're just scrolling through Instagram.
To get up and work your seed that God has given you, because faith with
But there's nothing wrong with, if you want to do that. If you want to do that, live your life.
works is dead. Like, you have to be disciplined. Like, sometimes that means, you know, picking ourselves up, putting our emotions aside, and getting up and doing the work.
You have to get up and do the work. You cannot get depressed and get in your mental too much, because when you're not doing anything in life, then you have just thoughts in your head. When you have thoughts in your head, then you just have a whole bunch of shit going on, and you're wondering why shit ain't getting nowhere. Get up, do some stuff, get it off your mind, and Maybe you'll find something you actually like to do and you can make money off of it. Like her, she's making money off of YouTube, and obviously she's good at it.
Why do you have to sneeze in here, though? I don't even know where I left off. But yeah.
That's some shit my mom would have said to me.
I realized that, I got into a bit of a lazy slump with the whole soft life thing. And so I'm just trying to find a balance. And as a single parent, yeah, you're going to overwork yourself a little bit. It's just going to happen. You are the only adult in the household. And if you are the only one financially taking care of your kids, it's just going to happen. And so I have to be okay and accept that. I'm going to have to overwork.
Nothing is going to be perfect in life. Like, you just got to sit here and accept things, like, for what they are, no matter how bad they are. Like, life is never going to be just good until you die. Like, if you really sit there and think deeply, like, how deep you got to get. Life, literally, is going to give you problems until the day you die.
So for a little bit, but once again, I am working on finding little bits of joy that I can afford in my day-to-day as well. Okay, I don't even know if I had any tips or advice in this, but I just wanted to create like a little Reddit forum in video format, letting you know like your fears and your concerns and your feelings, they are valid right now.
They are valid. They're very valid, and there's a lot of shit going on, and people do need to talk to people, and mental health is real.
During these times, like, I've never experienced anything like this as an adult. As a child, I don't remember that. I don't remember when the economy was declining. I don't remember that.
I'm not gonna lie, like, we had it good for a while, we just didn't realize it. We really did. Like, I sit back sometimes, I'm like, damn, really could have made some shit happen. Now we know what it's really like when shit hits the fan.
It didn't affect me. I was oblivious as a child, but as an adult, like, it's scary. It's scary. I don't know what is coming next. I don't know if things are going to get better, if they're going to get worse. All I know is that I have to survive and I have to make it, and I have to take care of myself and my 2 kids, and I just have to keep going with the flow and adjusting as things change. And I really want you guys to chime in the comments, even if you just need like a safe space to vent. Let it be done. But as we're venting and talking about our struggles and concerns, I do encourage you to, once you get that off your chest, like, just make a plan of action and the direction that you want to go, and to stay consistent with it and go about it without the spirit of fear, like moving forward. Even when you feel those emotions of fear, you're not being led by the spirit of fear, because you're continuing to go towards whatever it is that you're working toward. That is something that I feel like I've gotten very good at, and that has been very helpful when it comes to me and what I've accomplished. Like, I can't deal with the spirit of fear. I'm going with fear. I just kind of have to move with fear. And if I have the vision, then I know that I have the provision, and I'm going to continue to go towards it. But I'm really curious, like, how are we all affording life right now? Like, how are...
Yo, for real, like, leave a comment. I be wondering the same shit. I'm always saying that. Like, how are people literally affording? Like, they must be having pennies in their bank account. Because, like, bro, rent is crazy. Everything's crazy expensive.
You having to adjust your budget? Have you had to pick up extra shifts at work? How has, inflation impacted your life? What are your concerns? What tips do you have for the people that are going to be scrolling through the comment section?
All right, I'm gonna leave one tip. Well, I'm just gonna talk about it. If if I was in a situation like her, or like a single mother that doesn't have like a lot and she has multiple kids, and she's working a regular job, this is what I would do. I would just focus on the next day, or the next week, or the next month. Work hard. Try to do as much as I could do. Learn a skill, a side hustle. Try to do something that I can level up in. I will not sit around. I will not be on Instagram on my free time. Go on the computer. You have a computer right here. Everything's in here. If you want to make a little extra money, you can do it from right here, even if your kids are there. You know what I'm saying? I would figure something out that can make extra money. I would not be on Instagram. I'll not be on TikTok. I'll not be on YouTube scrolling all day, wasting my time. If I needed it that bad, I would literally just pray and execute. That's it. Well, everybody doesn't have a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Some parts of the country are very like, you know what I'm saying, like don't have a lot, but this phone right here, you could really take it far. You just have to really want it that bad. You wanna, you know what I mean? I pray everybody does good. I pray everybody gets through all the struggles they're going through. You know, it is really hard out there, and I really, really hope you guys get to where you want to be in life. There's a lot of opportunities out there. You just gotta make some shit happen.
Chime in below, but I just please leave this a safe space for people to just come on here and
where that's the end of the video, guys. I was just reacting to it, you know, giving a little, you know what I'm saying, like I put my input towards it, like a little emotion, because I seen this earlier and I didn't watch the whole video while I was driving. I was listening to it, you know what I'm saying. I was like, damn, this could be a good reaction video because a lot of people are going through this shit right now, and a lot of people need to hear some good words. So have a good day. Don't give up. Your mental health is a big thing right now. It's a real big thing. Do not give up, yo. All right. Have a nice day.
Life move fast and you do what you want. I guess I'm doing what I want.